This guy says America does not have good enough athletes to compete in soccer. Well, I got some bad news for him. We have such good athletes that once we prioritize soccer, it's over for you. We will win the World Cup every time, and you guys will just win the Copa Olympics every single year. Let's take a look at some of the great American athletes. Starters, we got the greatest Olympic swimmer of all time, Michael Phelps. This man has won more gold medals than many countries have won gold medals. And of course, we have the women's best swimmer too, Katie Ledecky, absolute amazing athlete. And the GOAT of women's gymnastics, Simone Biles, the greatest of all time. And of course, the greatest sensation in sports right now, Caitlin Clark, the human bucket, the most famous women's athlete probably in the world right now, Caitlin Clark. And of course, LeBron James, the greatest basketball player of this generation, arguably the greatest of all time. And this man has been doing it in the NBA for over 20 years now. The man entered the NBA when he was a teenager, and he's nearly 40 now, and he's still freaking dominant. And of course, I can't forget to mention Michael Jordan. Arguably the greatest American athlete of all time. Arguably the greatest athlete, period, of all time. This man had everything. He was fast as lightning, one of the highest verticals recorded, and this guy had skill and competitive edge. This man, I'm going to tell you right here and now, if he played soccer, it would be Lionel Messi and Cristiano, who you wouldn't even have a debate. This man would be the GOAT. Then you have the fastest man in the NFL, Tyreek Hill. Imagine this man on the wings in a soccer match. He would be tearing people to shreds with his speed and agility. Legendary double sport athlete, Bo Jackson, played in the NFL and Major League Baseball. Man was an absolute freak nature, one of the strongest, fastest, and most powerful athletes to ever live. Then we have probably almost all the most iconic heavyweight boxing world champions, starting out with Joe Frazier. Then, of course, George Foreman, the oldest man to ever win the heavyweight title, and this man is an absolute legend of the sport. And, of course, Iron Mike Tyson, Kid Dynamite, the youngest ever champion to unify all three major titles. Then, of course, the most legendary and iconic of all time, Muhammad Ali. This man is one of the most recognizable athletes on earth. He is up there with Pelé, with Michael Jordan, in iconic athletes. And don't act like we don't have tennis legends like Pete Sampras, one of the greatest of all time. His rival, Andre Agassi, man won all 4 Grand Slams. Absolutely amazing tennis players. But don't forget the GOAT, Serena Williams, the women's tennis GOAT, American excellence right there. But let's not forget the most important part of this of all, the USA women's national team that has 4 World Cup championships, which makes USA one of the best soccer countries in the world, period, already. We already have 4 World Cups, which means there are only 3 countries that are really on our level right now, and that is Brazil, Germany, and Italy. We're better than France, we're better than Spain, we're better than England. We're already better than you, and you guys are just coping because of it. And I can already hear it's like, women's soccer doesn't count. Yes, it does. You dismissing 50% of the population because you're a sexist, moronic asshole doesn't change anything. The fact of the matter is, we're going to start winning the World Cup on the men's side in the near future. And all you guys are going to do is you're going to cry, or you're going to start following cricket instead.